All right, OBS is streaming, and YouTube
Do we get to listen to Passenger by Deftones?
And we live.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Evolution Racing Academy Season 17, Round 5 at Laguna, Seca. Silver, bronze, and iron on deck. I am very attractive, and with me is a man who spreads more sheets than a hotel worker, Michael Magus.
Why, thank you. We are, you know the drill by now. We have voluntold D. Hines to be our guide card. He's going to give us a tour of Laguna Seca.
Michael, you dead?
Oh.
Or has the mouse been consumed again?
It would appear that the mouse was consumed.
Excellent.
Testing. Can you hear me?
1, 2, 3?
Can you hear me?
No.
Well, I'm going to assume yes because you responded. All right. You guys know the drill. We're going to follow D. Hines here, not because we like D. Hines or anything special about him, honestly, but because he was the first one to go on track. That's the rule. Heads into the Andretti hairpin for the first time on a hot lap. The Andretti hairpin's a tough one. It's a multi-apex corner, and probably the second hardest corner on this track, third hardest maybe. I don't think this particular corner here has a name, and we're heading through there. Also, turn 1 is like a full throttle kink here, so I don't tend to think of it as turn 1.
Oh, I also have a full throttle kink.
And we head up.
We got Wiley in chat. Wiley can also hear you, just so you know.
Excellent. Well, they could always hear me. The problem is sometimes Discord doesn't. It's the push to talk gets consumed.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, because push to talk doesn't apply to OBS. It just applies to Discord. So I can talk to the people and not let you hear me.
I on my OBS when I stream very, very occasionally, it's on press to mute, so I can like clear my throat or cough or whatever.
That's good. Anyways, that area there was, of course, the famous Laguna Seca downhill chicane, which is the bane of many drivers, aka the corkscrew. And that is a lap of Laguna Seca with D. Hines at the wheel.
Mike, is it just that you're a big old fan of D. Hines behind?
I mean, that's part of the approach.
Through the tunnel, we lost connection. It's the stip.
I think it's because I didn't boot. I may not have booted Discord as an admin, is why it's eating the mouse a lot.
Oh, could be.
I will do my best to mitigate that.
Some say he's driving a white car in the dark. It's the stip.
The Steepo. Jos van de Velde taking the pole position. Pat Fortune, Lucio Condi, Nathan B, D. Hines, Lou Wes. Hugo Grippen's back. Apparently has a new livery. Shall we check it out?
Could be. Does it have Dorf written on it, so he can be Grippendorf?
Yep, that is new. Hugo was previously in the fighter jet like livery, and now he's got something that's a little more, I guess, proper.
Boring.
We saw him on the awesome sim racing tool getting new livery. It's kind of a bad race to show off the new livery because, well, it's very dark.
I was gonna say I'm sure it's very lovely, but all I can see is a white nose and a white booty.
I think he's going for a mid 2000s Williams vibe.
I think he's going for cop car vibe.
Could be.
007, what's up?
Hey, let's talk about the Iron Championship for real quick, because that's what the red-backed cars are competing for. Pat Fortune comes in today leading the way with 65 points. Bo Zer on 61. D. Hines with 44. 32 for Nathan B. and 28 for Lucio Condi. That is the top 5. Also worth considering, Jos van de Velde. And if he's here today, Alfie Solomons, but he has not been particularly consistent. Lou Wes also in the field.
What about Wesley?
That would be intriguing if he did some racing.
Do you hear about that shenanigans in the pro wrestling?
I have not.
So, the Rascals left TNA and signed with AEW, and like 2 days later, they announced that Wesley had been released like right away. So the speculation was that did he do something fucking horrible? Like got to the office and immediately like pooped on someone's desk, or like what the hell's going on here?
Possibly.
And so it came out later that somebody higher up in the corporate structure, like really high up in the corporate structure, saw something that he was vaguely associated with. I'm talking about like 5 to 8 years ago, and demanded he be fired immediately. Just like some kind of mild controversy that he was proven not to have anything to do with, and they're like, nope, he's got to be gone. So he's like, he went. The cool thing is that TNA re-signed him immediately. Mm-hmm. So he had put out that he's taking a break from wrestling and he's not going to be doing anything, and luckily enough, he had a job again right away.
That's good. Oh,
because Wesley's
Steepo
pretty cool.
Getting a little wide there, and that's going to invalidate what was otherwise a pretty good-looking lap. Threat to pole coming in the form of Lucio Condi in the Converse sneaker car. He's currently up about 7/10, which would be enough to take pole from Jos van de Velde. Now, mind you, Van de Velde's got a decent lap going, too.
I'm seeing a distinct lack of Jags.
Well, there is a Jag in ACC, so that's the good news for you. The bad news is we're probably never going to see it.
There is a Jag in ACC.
Yeah, the problem is
they
it's not very good.
call it lots of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's just not very good. You pretty much there are some very specific tracks where the Jag is competitive. In a nutshell, anything that has long straight lines, because it is very fast in a straight line. Condi taking pole.
What they need to do is give that some four-wheel steering.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I teamed up with Mike Stoppmill in a Jag at one point in an enduro race.
That sounds like a hell of a thing.
It went very mixed, because when I was in the car, we went backwards. When he was in the car, we went forwards.
Well, try it again. Maybe you can just maintain and he can keep going forward.
Did my best. I slowed up a lot of cars.
I believe you.
That's all you can do. I am a defensive specialist. Steepo going 5th quickest.
Noted UFC champion, Steepo.
Ooh. Here's Nathan B. in the SK Telecom car. League of Legends fans everywhere going, "Oh my god!"
What's this about Comstar?
Let's not start on the Comstar. I might not get out of it. It might be the entire stream about pay your bills.
I believe somebody did a whole song about that.
I don't think you understand. We are here to collect.
Now that just reminds me of the old Leo Rush song. From the Wobbly Wobbly Bee. Man, that guy's got problems.
He does. He's about the only person who's ever, for his mental health, quit the challenge.
And wrestling, I think.
Mm-hmm. And TJ Lavin was very, very nice about it. It's probably the nicest he's ever been to a guy who quit the challenge. Actually, a low-key threat to pole here from Nathan B. And he'll come across the line in 3rd place. 0.12 off a pole.
Give him with the old 1-2.
We deployed the bronzes. Yeah, it should be right about now. Anyone still got a hot lap going? Jos van de Velde. At the moment, this lap would be pole position. Oh, I may have jinxed it.
Perhaps.
It's still going though. Still legal. He's got a chance.
Everybody out there, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, or else I will throw my cat at you.
You don't want that. The goose is vicious.
And heavy. You got big claws, and he weighs a lot.
Also on a really good lap right now is Lucio Condi. So it feels like the track is getting a little faster. That's Condi right behind Van de Velde. So Van de Velde, watch this, Byron. Van de Velde is going to take pole. Right there. First place. And he's going to immediately lose it. Because Lucio Condi coming right behind him.
The Condor. The Condor swoops in.
All right.
Anybody wants to see what Goose looks like, I posted a picture in the Pet Pics channel on the ERA Discord.
There you go.
So join up.
So Lucio Condi knocking down the pole position for the Irons. Now on track, we have the bronze contingent. Marv Bex comes in today leading the championship with 57 points. He's on a 3-race winning streak after missing Silverstone. Thomas Wong is second on 41, followed by Dick Post, Byron's favorite, at 38. 36 for Robert Volt, 32 for Isaac Jordan, and 26 for David Slater. I think after that, everyone kind of falls off a little bit. But obviously, we got to talk about Brian Mongron, who's been very, very quick at it on a single lap, but has yet to really convert the results, unfortunately. And that is why he is not someone I mentioned as a championship contender, even though he definitely has the speed.
Maybe Brian should switch up to stereo grow.
Also, just noticed, your boy is here today, Byron, in the 515 car.
Oh my god.
Shown in 13th place.
Oh my god. He can reach his goals. He is living proof.
He is beef cake. Didn't get a lap in, though, so he'll probably start at the back.
That might be true.
Isaac Jordan's got a rocket ship lap going right now. In the Mercedes-Benz AMG for Ram Racing. I like that livery. Can't give Isaac any credit. It's not his livery. He's just using one of the officials, but it does look nice as he takes the top of the timesheets. Also on a good one is Dick Post for Van Nel Racing in the Porsche. He's about to come across the line and make it pole position as well. So pole changing hands. You gotta keep your hand on the pole. Marbex going fourth quickest, the championship leader at the moment. Undefeated this season, 3 wins and 3 races.
Boomdex.
It's also got a snazzy livery. I appreciate that.
Boomdecker Snazwagon.
A little bit, yeah.
That's my favorite. I think that's probably my favorite Warhammer 40k anything. It's just that the fact that there is an orc vehicle named the Boomdecker Snazwagon, it tickles my brain with all of the word salad that is.
I mean, the funnest thing in tabletop is if you play Warhammer Age of Sigmar, I don't know if they're in Age of Sigmar, but they used to be in Warhammer Fantasy. They were called Squig Riders.
Okay, yeah.
And the squig is uncontrollable. Literally, it has its own specific dice that you have to roll when using it, and it will do random stuff.
Nice.
Also, I think you'd enjoy the Chaos Hell Cannon, which on a roll of double 6s will charge the enemy and drag its gunners with it.
I do enjoy the rattling gun.
Brian Mongron to the top of the time charts, although I was going to say pretty short term because here comes Marbex. He's got a very solid lap going. This should be pole, and it is.
Really,
Aston Martin to the front. I do believe the Aston Martin is a chronically underused vehicle. It is really, really newbie friendly. So iron drivers, take note. But it's also very quick. Some people find it a little boring because it's a little bit too balanced. Some people like that war they have to fight with the car. Honestly, if you're new to the game, though, don't do that to yourself. Just play the Aston Martin.
Mio, is it true that the Aston Martin is from Austin, Texas?
No.
Correct.
Mongron should take pole back with this lap. We hear in the commentary booth are Canadians, so we do have a rooting interest in Brian.
Hell yeah. Brian, if you don't win this, we're shipping your ass off to Rimouski.
He's coming around. He's had 5th places in each of the last 2 races. By the way, interesting note here for you, Byron. Last race, there were 2 people who earned the bonus point for fastest lap in this category. Brian Mongraum was one of them. The other one was Marv Bex. That means they put in the exact same fastest lap.
Correct. I am approving of this. Oh, that reminds me. I got a Trackmania video for you to watch.
Oh.
It's all downhill. And they're using mods to make it, like, downhill, like, very tall.
Oh, boy.
It gives me a little bit of the willies.
Pole position has changed hands once again. It is your boy Dick Post on the pole.
Thick Dick Post. Number 1 in the bullet with the bullet. Number 1 in your hearts. Number 1 in your programs. Number 1 for all of the pole riders. I mean, pole sitters.
Isaac Jordan's got a good lap going here that might be a threat for pole position as well. Lost a little bit of ground. Let's see what he can do through the corkscrew. Oh, he overcooked it like hell. I was watching that delta just grow and grow and grow. It was like it went from 0.2 tenths of a second to 7 tenths of a second. I'm like, oh, he has blown the breaking point for sure. and I was right. Same thing happened there to Dick Post. I saw it growing and I figured where he was on the track. Thomas Wong. We haven't seen him in a little bit. By which I mean we haven't seen him today. This is our first look at the Golf Oil McLaren. Got a decent lap going here, but looks like he's a little bit off of his usual pace. He's a championship contender and usually very good over a single lap, but currently racking up 9th place, which is behind 2 iron cars in Lucio Conti and Jos van der Velde. Congratulations, Lucio Conti, on his first iron pole of the season. It's been a bit of a disappointing season for Lucio, in my books, just because I expected a lot from him. Like, at the end of last season, he looked like he had turned a massive corner as a driver and was really putting it together. And as a result, the fact that he has just 1 podium this season is, by comparison, disappointing. So, I want to make that clear. He's had a by most people's standards, very solid season. I just thought he was going to be the breakout star this season. It's not quite happened.
Well, what if he's just out there having fun, Mike?
I mean, that is the primary goal. If he's having fun, he's having fun. That's great.
What if he's just trying to save up so he can buy himself his own
Isaac Jordan snagging the pole.
Cha-cha.
Scotland to the front. That'll be his final hot lap. He will not improve on his 1:22.782. By the way, welcome to Nishant Jalan, who has changed his flag and has been promoted to the bronze category.
Who's this nonchalant?
He is very nonchalant.
Need to pick up some more chalants. Little shallots with some garlic and butter.
People still threatening for pole, though. Mongraun's out there. Post is out there. Marv Bex is out there. We have a very tight group at the front of the bronze today. 4 legit threats to win this race, I think. And mind you, everyone's a threat to win this race because night racing it's a talent. It's a talent you either have or you really do not have. And we'll see who's got it today, I think.
Can we get somebody to just throw the Knight Rider theme song on this on post? Just on loop. Just put it on loop.
I'm looking at anybody who happens to have administration privileges on the YouTube. I mean, I'm willing to do the audio mixing. I just can't upload it.
Marv Bex makes me want to drink beer.
Marv Bex is about 3 tenths up right now. This should put him ahead of Brian Mongraum, but not a threat to go to the front row. A little bit rough at the end there. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close.
Marv, don't call me Hagler.
And
Bex.
he is just behind him by about 12 thousandths of a second. Probably 22 thousandths of a second. My bad.
Well, at least it's not 1,022ths of a second.
right, on track, we have Sven van de Velde in the Van Nel Honda. We have James Wheel in the Track 2 Mustang. El Perry in the Stealth Bomber. Tristan Akalo in the championship leader in the Van Nel Mustang. And Richard Oakes in the Rust Bucket.
Are you sure? It's pretty
Also
dark.
Kerry Pattenden out there in the Track 2 Mustang. And Ron Morley joining the facilities in the Pastel People Eater.
It'd be kind of funny if this, everybody knows it's going to be a night track. Just show up with like no livery.
There's a tactical advantage to that, being entirely honest. Because if you're fighting somebody, they have a hard time seeing you in the mirror if you have a very dark livery.
Mm-hmm.
Currently in the silver category, Tristan Akaloan with 3 wins in 4 races leads the way with 72 points. James Wheel is second on 49. Then it's El Perry on 44. Richard Oakes is the top of the non-front engine cars with 40 points. 37 for Sean Young, who appears to be missing from the field today. Sven van de Velde on 28 points. We hope all is well with Sean, because I'm not used to seeing him absent from the grid, to be honest.
Correct.
I was going to say, really good lap for Sven going, but he invalidated it and kind of ruined everything.
Gosh darn it, Svenjamin.
So who's the furthest along in his lap is the Rust Bucket, so we'll follow Richard Oakes. He'll be the banner setter for the silver category. Whoop. Little tank slapper there. Kept it legal, though. And not a very good lap for Richard. Not surprising. That was a big tank slapper he had there.
Shift off to the Hebrides.
Wheel going 5th quickest. And next across the line will be the Stealth Bomber of El Perry. Here comes Kerry Pattenden in the 3rd of the Mustangs. 2 track tools and 1 Van Nel. Ugh. The short form for Kerry's name on his windshield is Kez. Dota players know my pain.
I don't know what that means. Is it the sentient spatula that fires
He's a bird.
babies?
He's a samurai bird in the game. He's very annoying.
Everybody knows birds can't be samurais. Get with it. Is the samurai bird in the room with us right now?
No. He's just very annoying when you play the game. He's on auto ban at this point when we play.
Might I recommend just bringing a shotgun?
There is a character with a shotgun. There is that option.
Shoot him down. Bang, bang. I did that a little bit last night. I was going to go to bed a little earlier, and that did not happen because I was playing some Borderlands 3 and ended up being bamboozled into going to attack a raid boss. But I didn't know that was the mission. And by the time I was kind of pot committed because it costs 500 iridium to get at this boss, which is an in-game currency that you need for like really high-end shit.
Gotcha.
And so 500 is kind of a lot. And I thought, well, I'm already here. Why not? Let's have a shot. I've been able to absolutely terminate everything so far. Why not? Well, I was doing okay, and then I got mollywopped by a whole bunch of ads. And long story short, it took me like 6 tries. And by that time, it was like 3 a.m.
Gotcha.
God damn it. But I beat his ass.
Just hunting around the people who are having hot laps at the moment. Who've got good deltas going. Should jump up the timesheets a little bit.
Up the volume.
Tristan Akaloan has taken the pole position. Not a fucking surprise. What is it with the Dutch drivers and their incredible ability to instantly learn sim racing, Byron? What is it?
I believe that if they don't learn quick, then they get held underwater.
Max Verstappen comes for them?
It's very possible.
You have disappointed me. Comes James. Well, this could be pole position here. And it is. Track tool to the front. James Wheel having an excellent season. One of our breakout stars, honestly. Candidate for most improved driver.
He's really good.
He is. Also been pretty impressed by a veteran of the field, El Perry, this season. Just been really consistent. If not for a penalty last round at Spa, I think he probably would have been in for line for a win. Instead, it went to this man, Tristan Akaloan, who is definitely the closest thing we have to Knight Rider right now.
Knight Rider!
All he's got to do is change his name to Drew Fickett for this race. For those who do not understand the Drew Fickett references, MMA fighter, and low-key one of the crazier guys the UFC's ever had.
This is true, but a good kind of crazy.
Yeah, good kind of crazy. He's amusing kind of crazy. By the way, Akaloan taking pull back with this lap.
Very mediapathic crazy, not go to jail crazy. Not
Yeah. No, there's no dark story behind that. He's just kind of nuts.
He's just a guy who gets on camera and shouts Knight Rider. No one knows why, and I don't know if anybody's actually asked him.
We'll spin there for Sven. I don't think we really would get a particularly good answer. He did have that interview once where he was like talking about rear naked chokes being a domestic choke. That was a little weird. It's a little weird.
That's a little edgy.
Yeah, but he corrected. He's like, I get on their back, I start choking domestic. Like, I'm really a nice guy.
As long as they're into that and it's consensual.
That went on a really hot lap right now. In fact, everybody but El Perry's on an illegal lap.
Wow.
That's just one of the track tool cars. Takes 2 avoidance there on the corkscrew. Actually, Ron Morley is on a legal lap, but he's about he's like plus 6/10, so it's not an interesting lap. Pretty good improvement actually here from El Perry, putting together a really good third sector. Went from being a lap that was going to be basically just 8th place again to probably hopping up a couple spots here to 5th place. I will say the bronzes are in amongst the silvers today. We got Isaac Jordan, Dick Post, Brian Mongrand, Marv Bex, and even the likes of Adrian Marood and Hobart Rallywell and Thomas Wong. Looking like they'll be able to duke it out with the silvers.
As long as he doesn't go the wrong way.
That would be ideal. By which I mean not going the wrong way. That's invalid.
Nobody ever told him it's the wrong way.
Alright, the only 2 cars out on track are the Mustangs battling it out for pole. Akaloan versus Wheel. Akaloan is the fastest in the first sector. He's the fastest in the third sector. Interesting, El Perry is the fastest in sector 2. And Akaloan will abandon that lap. James Wheel doesn't really have a hope here. This lap is not looking great. But it will be an all Mustang front row.
We should get Stang in one of these commentaries one time.
Talk
You and
about
I know a guy
Stang.
who legitimately has the last name of Stang.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Mike. We need to. Have we ever looked that up on Forebears? Fear to get out where the hell that came
Oh, let's have a look.
from? That seems like an obvious one. It seems like something we would have or should have done.
All right, Forebears is a service that tracks like genealogy records and figures out where names are from, just for the chat. And I use it for my mixed martial arts simulator. It keeps the names looking right, unlike like EA Sports games where you would get a random dude named Nakamura from Russia. Stang.
Sounds reasonable.
Surname. Stang's most prevalent in the country of Germany, with the highest density in Norway.
Interesting.
Other nations where Stang is a relatively prevalent last name: the United States of America, Canada, Argentina. That's about it.
So let's just say that it was probably German and immigrated around.
Mm-hmm. Well, German or Scandinavian by the looks of it.
Maybe somebody got invaded by some Vikings.
Maybe. There is also a separate entry for Stang with a little like umlaut type thing. It's not an umlaut, but it's entirely located in Slovakia.
That sounds like some weird backward shit. One isolated village.
You're not wrong.
Where there may or may not be a spooky ruined castle.
We got
the up on the hill.
Penalties being propagated here for the moment. Lowen, Bex, and Richard Oakes. Carrying time penalties at their first pit stop. Relatively small grid today, 27 cars.
Michael, I move that we make all penalties prime numbers only. For no explainable reason.
Oh, because they look nice.
B.
And as per usual, we will go through the grid walk here once we get the permission to roll out. We have the Helicam today, camera 1, camera 2. Ooh, I do like camera 2. Bumper.
Yeah, booty.
Bonnet. Wing. Interior. Driver. And the passenger. We have an all bronze second row. That's got to be the first time that's happened. Disappointed to see Blake Moore not in the field today. He tends to pop in for interviews.
Perhaps he's just blaking less.
Actually, a lot of people missing. No Robert Volt today. All right, we roll away from the line. Tristan Akalowen will have the pole position. Joining him on the front row, also in the Mustang, James Wheel for Team Track Tool. Row 2 is the bronze pole sitter, Isaac Jordan in the Ram Racing Mercedes, joined by the Vandal Porsche of Dick Post. El Perry in the Stealth Bomber will be on row 3, along with Canada's own Brian Mongrand in the Honda NSX Evo. Mark Bex will start from P7, joined by Sven van de Velde in the Honda NSX. 2 Hondas in the top 10. Actually 3. Ron Morley on the inside of row 5, and Lucio Conde, the iron pole sitter, in the 3rd of the Hondas I referenced, rounding off the top 10. Row 6, Adrian Marood and Hobart Rallywell. It's all Ferrari all the time. Richard Oakes will start from 13th place, joined by Jos van de Velde in the Ferrari for Van Nel Racing. Thomas Wong in the Garage 59 McLaren will be joined by the final of the Mustangs in the field, Kerry Pattenden in the Team Track Tool Mustang. Steve Tetley will start from P17 in the Ross Racing Porsche. Joining him on that row is Nathan B in the SK Telecom Porsche. Then it's Pat Fortune, first in the Stunt Possums in the Lamborghini. Chris Stancer in the Ferrari will join him on row 10, followed by Stipo in the Ferrari and D. Hines in Lambo. Lou Wes will start from P23, row 12. It's all BMW because he's joined by Hugo Grippen, the Swede. Roy Cunningham Olaire in the BMW is in 25th place. Debuting bronze driver Nishan Jalant in the McLaren will start from Nishan. That's not what you're supposed to do on a warm-up lap. He'll start 26th, and at the back it is your boy, Beefy McBeefcake. No Bozer today, Byron, so it could be a very, very big day for the Stunt Possums.
That is true. What if they start fighting each other and throwing peanuts into each other's grills?
Seems unlikely. They play nice with each other.
That is true. Let's start some rumors to see if we can provoke them.
Not opposed. I am here for the drama.
Do things that are bad.
All right, here we go. Waiting for the green flag. Green lights are on, and we head down to the Andretti hairpin for the first time in proper violence mode. The Mustangs lead the way from Isaac Jordan. Akaloans on the inside. He'll probably retain the lead. Jordan coming up the inside, though, will get past James Wheel for second place. So the Mustang dominance at the front is broken up by the what would you call that? Purple, pink? Where are we going with that one? Fuchsia?
Black.
Fuchsia. It's not black.
How can you tell?
Because that Isaac Jordan's car does not look black even in this lighting, sir.
It's kind of dark in here, Fincher.
Also, James Wheel with a... Oh, he gets punted. I wasn't trying to lead into that, but his lights were a little bit dim. L. Perry's had a phenomenal start. The Stealth Bomber is up into third place and now into second place as Jordan tumbles off the track. But he's under attack from Dick Post. Heading up to the corkscrew. Gentlemen, you have families. You have families. Don't go side by side to the corkscrew. Marv Bex in the Aston Martin is up into fourth place. And he's had a very solid start as well. Brian Mongron is in fifth, followed by Ron Morley, who's had a good start. And then it is Sven van de Velde, Adrian Maroon, Lucio Conde, and Richard Oakes in the Rust Bucket. That is your top 10 at the moment. Jordan is rejoined in 11th place, followed by Hobart Rallywell, Thomas Wong. I saw a yellow flag out. I didn't get to see who it was. My apologies.
Yellow flag, that means more mustard on the corn dog. That's what that flag means.
Could be. Be interested to see if anybody gets meatball flag for having their lights off.
Meatballs.
Also, this is one of the times when, like, the enduro versus the sprint lighting, it becomes actually an issue. Because if you look at, for example, Isaac Jordan's headlights and how bright they are, those are endurance headlights. That's the proper, way to handle this. If you look at the more muted headlights of Hobart Rallywell, those appear to be sprint headlights. And as a result, he is a little cheeky. I'll tell you who's had a really good start, though, is Deshant Jalan, who started very well Jalan, who started very near the back, is up to 19th place. Shown in 20th on your screen, but of course your timing is a little behind mine because that tower only updates at the timing lines. Thomas Wong is off at the corkscrew. I suspect this will be a self takeout. Yep.
Something went wrong.
Something went wrong. Lost the back end. No shame in that. Lucio Condi also dropping back through the order. Hobart Rallywell smells blood in the water and is after Isaac Jordan. He's had a phenomenal start in the Emile Frey Racing Ferrari. Hobart showed some really good wheel-to-wheel racing in his 3 races with us. Sometimes a little bit reckless, sometimes a little rough. But it came good at Spa when he picked up a 6th place in class. Right now, he's on pace to duplicate that result. In all the chaos, Nathan B, by the way, has taken the iron lead in his Porsche. Nathan is an outside chance at the championship. Comes in today in 4th position. It's really kind of between Pat Fortune and Bo Zur. But him and D. Hines are, on the outside looking in. Yellow flags out for Stipo and for Lou Wez. I wonder if these two have come to blows. Looks like. There's Wez of the BMW. There is the white Ferrari of Stipo. Yeah. That's a bad move by Lou. I think he realizes it was a bad move because he really didn't try to make that overtake stick.
You're just going for a nice stroll in the park. I don't see a problem there.
Isaac Jordan's ping is it's bad. That car is a hazard. Hopefully that sorts itself out, but he has overtaken Richard Oakes. And now Oakes is under pressure from Rallywell. Also up ahead, some side-by-side action between Adrian Marood and Ron Morley, with Marood going through. Pat Fortune is overtaking James Wheel, who I think is rejoining from a minor off. That would explain why he's moving so slowly. And a yellow flag out for Beefcake and Chris Stancer. Ooh, what happened to Stancer? Did he get the kink wrong? Oh, no. Oh, yep. That's what's going to happen. Yep, got the kink wrong. Both of the cars not too damaged. Lucio Condi has been off. Oh, boy!
Whoa! See, I think what would solve a lot of problems here is if everybody put one of those big old rack of truck lights on the top of the car. It'd be helping out.
Hobart Rallywell going down the inside of the rust bucket. Escorts him to the very edge of the track. Rust bucket will have the inside for the next turn, though. Richard Oakes hanging on. If you're new to the stream, the Rust Bucket is one of the most storied cars in the field. It's either that or the Stealth Bomber. Which one are we saying is the most iconic?
The most iconic, I believe that would be the Audi Disco. Everybody knows the Adidas car is the only car except for the Gulf Oil.
I mean, Gulf Oil is definitely a candidate. We'll get the Gulf Oil on screen. Not the proper Gulf Oil, but the Gulf Oil Rofco combo.
Good old Rothmans.
Gentlemen, you guys all have the ability to make your own liveries. It is time for one of you to make a Gulf Oil livery for Byron. He will be your eternal fan in the commentary booth.
Indeedly do.
No questions asked. He will watch you absolutely obliterate another car and say it looked clean to him.
Correct.
As
All
Adrian
faults
Marud
will be
has
excused.
Adrian Marud puts a couple of wheels wrong and is going to lose 2, if not 3 spots. Jordan and Oaks went through, and Rally well thought about it, but did not, at the end of the day, commit that hard to it. Meanwhile, Tristan Akaloa is just leaving everybody for dead. The Van Nel Knight Rider Mustang heading off into the distance. Probably helped by the fact that the guys who qualified second and third, Wheel and Jordan, have had rough races so far. And that has facilitated the escape of the championship leader.
And to be clear, we mean like Gulf oil. Oh, that's not great. Well, that's even worse.
A little track 2 violence.
We mean the Gulf oil livery, not Gulf oil like BP polluting everything.
So we have 2 races left on the calendar for this season. We have Donington Park, and we finish it off at a very fitting track, Byron. Would you like to guess where the finale is?
Macau.
We're going up the mountain, Byron.
Mountain Macau.
It is Bathurst, baby.
Oh boy. Chaos, bloodshed.
Isaac Jordan
spleen
off
fluid.
again. What has happened to Jordan this time? Looks like he was battling with Richard Oakes and ended up in the wall. That's a heavily damaged car. Jordan will almost certainly have to pit. Rough day for Isaac, but I have pity for the drivers who have maybe run afoul of him. Oh, it was one of the track tool cars is in the wall. That was James Wheel. We've seen Isaac doing a little teleportation, little side slider. His ping is undoubtedly got a problem, which is unfortunate. As Rallywell has indeed gotten past Adrian Marud. Let's see what happened there. Andretti Hairpin just gets down the inside, and the Emile Frey Ferrari moves past the Nubs Racing Division Ferrari.
Inside, outside, upside down.
That is a battle for top prancing horse honors. Roy Cunningham O'Lear is off the track. Looks like he may have messed up coming out of the Andretti hairpin. And... Yep. Gets a little wide, carries a little too much speed. We do have early pit stops from Chris Stancer and from Jos van de Velde.
Remember, kids,
judging by the number of laps they are down, neither of those were willing pit stops. Those were my car is effed pit stops. Luez representing Los Patos Hermanos in the BMW M4, hunting Stipo. Lucio Condi just ahead of them. And in the background, you can see Steve Tetley of the Boss Racing Crew, James Wheel in the pit lane. There is a mandatory pit stop here today, but I don't believe anybody's planned on taking it yet. All 3 pit stops I think we've seen have all been of the car F knee pit variety.
Yeah, what you do is you start the race on like 2 milliliters of gas, and then you go until you have to pit, and then just load up.
Thomas
and by that
Long
point, you've got a
overtaking
huge
D.
lead.
Hines. Stunt Possum V Garage 59. Got Not really an overtake as much as D just making a mistake. And McLaren gets through once again on Lamborghini. Actually, a little story here I don't think I've ever told. We were like a scintillating second away from having a McLaren Lamborghini in F1 at one point in the 1990s.
Oh, that sounds pretty interesting.
This was after McLaren had lost their Honda engine deal and were working with Ford. They knew the Ford was a temporary solution, so they were looking at any option, really. Any engine provider who was giving them a little side eye, the McLaren was interested. But one of the options was Lamborghini. This was before they went with Peugeot. And yeah, they apparently they built a car, they put the engine in and everything, and Ayrton Senna was actually quite high on it. But it did not end up happening, and instead McLaren would go on to race with Peugeot in 1994. Which was a fast car, but one that had a nasty tendency to explode. And then they went to Mercedes in 1995.
Should have gone with Edsel.
No. I think they're very happy with the Mercedes decision. It led to 2 championships in 1998 and 99, and then again in 2007. Or 2008, pardon me. 2007 was Ferrari with Raikkonen. Should have been won by McLaren, but Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton were too alpha to coexist. Hobart rally well off. Whoa. Big oversteer.
It's fine.
Stop-go penalty for Kerry Pattinen. That would be probably for speeding in the pit lane. Steve Tetley is off in a weird spot. What the heck happened there? Oh, this is corkscrew. Never mind. Never mind. I retract my statement about it being a weird spot. People get shot out of the corkscrew all the time, Steve. Sean Jalan going around the outside of Hugo Grippin. Grippin's having a good day. He's up in 4th place in the iron category. This would mark his best result of the season. Now, mind you, he's now under pressure from a much faster Lucio Condi. We'll see if the Honda can get through. Let's go, Hugo. Always cheering for people to have their best results possible.
Everybody comes in first.
I'm always here for a good for a good time. Pit stops from Isaac Jordan and Hobart rally well. Patton's in to serve his penalty.
They're coming around the last corner. They're going 32 wide down the straight.
I mean, you can't have everybody have their best one, but like if somebody's on the verge of their first Evolution Racing Academy win, I am here for it. See D. Hines winning at Spa last week. Or
well
2 weeks ago.
Could be 2 weeks ago. That was the Superb Owl. And I was not present because my mom put a lot of food around, and I was like, yeah, I probably should go to that.
I got the best of both worlds. I got to do commentary, and then I got to go to my uncle's for ribs and Super Bowl.
Cha-cha-cha. We got to watch the Patriots lose.
Get stomped on.
Hell yeah.
Which normally I wouldn't be a fan of. You know, I'm not really usually here for the blowouts in the Super Bowl, but when the Patriots get blown out, I'm here for it. Ron Morley in the Pastel People Eater is going to get a little out of shape here. Carries a little too much speed. Heads off the track. Richard Oakes and him have a little love tap. But nothing too serious. Grippin and Jalan are off. What happened? Hugo, I was being real nice to you. What did you guys do? Oh! No, that's all on Jalan. That's all on Jalan. Jalan lost it in the kink and collected Hugo.
My goodness. I'll give him a little doopsie-doo.
Hugo rejoins. In behind Steve Tetley. That's Marv Beck slapping him. And Brian Mongron also coming through. So top 10 update. Tristan Akaloan is leading by a lot. He's doing the Dutch thing. El Perry's in second place. Dick Post is in third. Followed by Marv Becks, Brian Mongron, Sven Van de Velde, Richard Oakes in the Rust Bucket, the Pastel People Eater Ron Morley, and 2 irons at the top 10 with Nathan B. and Pat Fortune. Pat Fortune going, Bozer's not here today. I'm gonna make this man pay for leaving me out here unopposed.
Destroy the ball.
D. Hines off. What has happened to the other stunt possum? Looks like it's gonna be self-inflicted. Yep. Got the kink wrong. Yes, that corner is called the kink.
Giggity.
Lou Wez putting the pressure on Stipo. These two have been battling for quite some time, actually. Basically, since the start of the race. Somebody's getting a meatball flag.
That's the best kind.
Who does not have their lights on as Ron Morley overtakes Richard Oakes? The stewards are not liking somebody's lighting selection at the moment, as Lou Wez does get past Stipo. Let's have a look at that. Last corner. And Stipo just gets a really terrible run into it. And the BMW out-drags the Ferrari on the straight. Marv Beck's putting the pressure on Dick Post. This is for the lead. And really a win here today would probably put a stranglehold on the championship for Beck's. As Dick Post is trying to hang on. Thomas Wong, his main rival, not having a great day down in 5th place in class. Although, to be honest, he's having a better day than I expected given his qualifying pace. He is doing pretty well.
If Marv wins this race.
As well as Hugo Grippin. What has happened? So Wes just loses it at the corkscrew.
If Marv wins this race, does he get to move into the Buckingham Palace?
Of Evolution Race Academy? Yes.
Hooray!
It would be his 4th consecutive win in category. It would be a heck of a feat. Pat Fortune on the tail for Nathan B. This is for the iron lead. And 9th place overall. Very impressive run for Pat Fortune today. Didn't look like he had the best single lap pace out there, but we haven't seen him put a wheel wrong. And that's a big deal in a night race. That's why he is the Iron Championship leader, despite being, forgive me for saying this, Pat, but not really the fastest of the irons at any point this season. Although he is coming off of 2 pole positions at Suzuka and Spa, so I'm underplaying his pace a little bit. But it's been a consistency display from him this season.
Well, maybe if he took his medication more regularly.
He's also got his blinker on.
It's eventually going to go that way.
Don't know why. You can use your blinkers to sort of communicate under blue flags, you know, sort of go that way. But him and Nathan B are battling for position, and that's Adrian Maroon behind them, who is not lapping them. That is also for position, so I don't know what's going on here. He gets a good run out of the last corner. And the SK Telecom Porsche goes back to the front of iron. Heading into the Andretti hairpin. Keep it tight. Get the apex as best you can. Sticking with this for a bit. There's not really anything else happening right this second. But, you know, as always, keeping an eyeball out. Night races can get very interesting very suddenly.
Especially since I greased the track with Wombat Fat.
Well, it is. It's pretty greasy in the night, honestly, on the tracks. Grip is at a premium. Put it that way.
Is that like one of those pay-to-win scenarios?
No. Ron Morley in the pit lane. That was Lou Wez, by the way, getting out of the way under blue flags.
Even at the Lou Wez press.
Lou Wez for Luthez Racing. Speaking of pro wrestling, I was watching a interview with The Undertaker and Godfather. And Godfather was talking about a time he was trying to get The Undertaker to break in the ring. And Paul Bear was in on the rip. And it was when the Godfather comes out for a match with The Undertaker and goes, No, dead man, I know you like the hosts. And Paul Bear is like, oh, he likes those.
Oh, yes!
Somebody having a bit of an off moment there. Who is that? That is one of the Van Nell cars.
Apparently that was a long-standing thing with Godfather and Undertaker, who are actually really good friends.
Oh yeah, very good friends.
And Godfather would always try and make him laugh.
Well, Godfather would try to get anybody to crack. That was his, like, dark passion in life. That's a Jos van der Velde in the Van Nell Ferrari. He is down a couple of laps, having made an early pit stop for damage. It is being fairly cooperative. Marv Beck's putting the pressure on Dick Post. This is for first in class and also second in the race, at least until El Perry's pit stop is sorted out. And he does make the overtake happen. Just leading into the corkscrew. So Marv Beck's in a second place, dropping Dick Post to third. I've never seen a manager get a bigger pop than when Paul Bear did his last return to the WWE.
That is true.
Which, for those who don't know, was right after Kane had buried The Undertaker alive. And the Druids brought a coffin out on the Raw. I don't want to say, like, right after that event, but, like, maybe, like, 2 weeks later. And he opens the casket, and it's Paul Bear with the urn. And just going, yes!
Oh, yes! Undertaker!
And then Undertaker shows up to beat Kane's butt.
One-on-one with the Undertaker, player!
We gotta get the Teddy Long in here. Teddy Long's 2 general manager tactics. Tactic 1, one-on-one with the Undertaker tonight, player. Tactic 2, impromptu tag team match.
Oh, my cat just exploded out of the desk basket, and I was like, what the... Oh, and then I looked at the clock. It's food time.
It's food time.
The automated food dispenser has dispensed food automatedly.
And the goose is where? Oh, Roy Cunningham O'Lair is off the
goose
track
is loose.
somewhere. Let's see what happened to the American at his home race. I think we've seen this before. He is going to get the corkscrew wrong. Yep.
Giggity.
We didn't really get to see it because he kind of drove off screen. But yeah, he did get the corkscrew wrong. No shame, Roy. No shame. We've all been there. I feel like JBL when the Dudleys came back. Xavier, young man, I know what you're about to be through. We've all been there. Diving headbutt to the groin.
Hell yeah.
I did find a video of a short of JBL dancing with Too Cool. That was very weird.
I demand they bring back Spike Dudley.
Ah, Spike Dudley.
I need a Spike Dudley and Rockstar Spud tag team. Whatever happened to Rockstar Spud? Is he just a producer in the WWE now?
He's just a producer now. They largely eliminated most of their managers, and that kind of took them out. Like it's basically just Heyman and like a couple of people in NXT.
Hey man.
Although even the
Let's see.
I mean, the biggest manager in NXT for a while there was Robbie E, who is just a wrestler that they weren't using as a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big dude. One half of TNA's Bromans.
Drake Maverick, English former wrestler employed by WWE, writer on Raw.
They like his mind. They don't really like him as an on-screen character.
Which is stupid.
Lucio Condi on the tail of D. Hines. This is for a Iron Podium at the moment. Not really sure how things will sort out in the long. Yeah, there's no one who's pitted I think is really mixing it up for a podium here today. The top ranking pitted Iron driver is Stipo. I don't recall him being towards the sharp end. So I would say that this is very much for a podium. And Condi goes a bit wide. Currently, the Iron standings are Nathan B., Pat Fortune, who's in the pit lane, D. Hines, Lucio Condi, Roy Cunningham O'Lair. They all have to pit. Stipo in sixth place is the top pit stopped car. Probably a net fifth place. I imagine he's actually ahead of RCO once things sort out. Richard Oakes into the pit lane. So yet to pit. Akaloan, Bex, Post, Van de Velde, Wong, Hines, Condi, and Arcia.
The Condor come to swoop down and take all your podiums.
Given how he performed in qualifying, I think he would really prefer to be in the battle for the win right now as opposed to third place, but we can't always get what we want.
Sometimes, but not always.
Sometimes you get what you need. Dick Post closing back up on Marv Bex. And it looks like Bex is going to dive down the pit lane. Now, to be clear, Post does have a considerable advantage given that Bex has a 5-second penalty to serve at his pit stop. And Post is without a penalty. do suspect Post has the upper hand.
Giggity.
But we did see Marv Beck's pit crew work absolute miracles at Spa to get him the win. So we'll see what they can do. He's got a good crew down in the pit lane. They service the car well. Thomas Wong also diving into the pit lane. El Perry will be happy about that because he was right up on the butt of Thomas Wong, and this saves him from having to make an overtake on track. And Akaloan in the pits. Where is he going to come out? So the question is, where is he coming out in relation to El Perry? Perry, the 988 car, is in the early part of the lap. You can see him there working his way through Sector 1. There's no real battles on the track right now, so we are going to carry this pit stop to the end. Let's see,
Mike, I think he's going to come out the other end of the pit area just to answer your question.
What was that?
Well, you were asking earlier where he was going to come out, and I think it's probably just the other end of the pit area.
I mean, positionally speaking.
Oh, probably somewhere near the top.
Dick Post has taken the lead, but he has yet to pit.
Correct.
And yeah, it's not going to be close. Perry's just heading on the downhill section. So Akaloan will come out fairly clear of the stealth bomber. Oh, never mind. Perry got him, actually. That exit's really much longer than I thought it was. I thought this was not going to be even close. But El Perry has taken the effective lead of the race, everybody. Godzilla to the front. That's what I love about the success penalties. It does open the door for the cars behind to make plays like this. And we'll see what El Perry can do. Perry's had a good season. Picked up his first podium at Spa. Probably could have been a win if not for a penalty late. 4th place at Suzuka and a pair of 6 at Silverstone and Watkins Glen. He would love to get the victory here today in the night out of the desert.
You know, I'm a little disappointed no one's just changed their name to Batman.
Batman. I am the night. Ooh. Excuse me, little yawn there. My apologies.
You're the worst.
I got up early for hockey.
I did not. I thought it was going to be on later. I don't know why.
So didn't get a particularly amazing night of sleep. I mean, the sleep quality was fine. Just down the inside, Thomas Wong overtaking Pat Fortune for 11th place. Wong is running in 4th in category today, but losing ground to Marv Bex in the championship. And Lucio Condi pulling the Max Simmons strategy, last guy to pit.
Last one in, first one out after you use the last one.
So, with all the pit stops accounted for, El Perry leads from Tristan Akaloan. Dick Post in 3rd and the leading silver. Marv Bex in 4th place. Brian Mongron in 5th. Then it's Sven van de Velde. Richard Oakes in the Rust Bucket. The Pastel Punisher, Ron Morley. Nathan B., your Iron Leader. And Thomas Wong, your top 10. So for the moment here, I'm going to take a quick moment to do the update of the standings.
Well, that's going to be difficult because they're all sitting down. Word on the street is that the faster you race, the more standings you have. Can you confirm or deny? That sounds like a
That
denial.
is more or less the case, yeah. So as things stand in the silver category, Akaloan would basically take a stranglehold on the standings with 90 points to his name. El Perry would move up to second on 62, followed by James Wheel on 57, Richard Oakes on 52, and Sven van de Velde on 42. That would be your top 5.
Maybe I should have been doing commentary the entire time as Christian Bale. Hey guys, look at this guy over here driving that car. Or I guess I could have done
money for that. That and your Tom Hardy voice.
And do you think this gives you gears over here? I don't have the big cup. I can need the Echo. I only have my teacup. Which is a different movie entirely.
That's true. I completely missed Akaloan taking the lead. My apologies. My apologies, Tristan. That was your big moment. And I kind of ruined it.
Yeah. The worst. Didn't even have it on helicam or anything.
He's at the front now, and Thomas Wong rejoins from an off. Good battle between Sven van de Velde and Brian Mongrain right now.
Son of a mother duck. My dumbass cat had some fuzz in his big ass tail, and I cleaned it out for him, and he bit me.
No good deed.
I'm gonna suplex my cat. As soon as this race is done, I'm gonna powerbomb my cat onto the couch. Onto some pillows, of course. We're gonna make it look good, but we're gonna gimmick the table.
Gotta keep the gimmick going. Gotta keep it alive.
Correct.
Action in the Bronze Championship and the Iron Championship to finish things off. Bex would lead the Bronze Championship from Dick Post, 73 to 56. 53 points for Thomas Wong, 39 for Isaac Jordan, and 36 for Robert Volt. And in the Iron category, it would be 81 for Pat Fortune, ahead of Bozer on 61, 58 for T. Hines, 50 for Nathan B., and 41 for Lucio Condi. D. Hines getting overtaken by James Wheel. Made that pretty easy. He tends to when he's not battling people in for position. Steepo having a little off out of the corkscrew. Nothing new there. We've seen a couple of cars off in the corkscrew. Again, very common sight. Speaking of which, there goes one of the stunt possums off. That was D. Hines. Sven van de Velde on the tail of Brian Mongrain. Also a note worth making. I said the pit stops were done. Nishant Jalan has actually not pitted. Which, I believe he's been in the pit lane, but he did not serve the mandatory pit stop. So...
I was going to make a joke about him not being able to get all the way to number 1 if he doesn't pit soon.
Currently in 8th place in category. There are only 9 bronzes running, so the penalty would only cost him a spot to Chris Stancer. It's still Luez having a little off. Looks like if I were to guess, he got the kink wrong. Stays out of the way of one of the track tool Mustangs. Not sure which that would be. Looks like it's Kerry patented. And Lucio Condi is caught up to the back of D. Hines, our spa winner.
Looking at D. Hines behind. Illegal.
Sizing him up. He wants that podium. He says, I'm clearly the fastest of the irons here today. It has not worked out for me, but I will stand on that podium. My Converse sponsorship cannot be denied.
Correct.
He puts the sneak into sneaker. As Chris Stancer is heading off. Yep. Boop. Boop the snoot.
Indeed, rather violently.
Isaac Jordan also having an off. We're looking at a replay here. He looks like he just carried too much speed. And Kerry Patten off. Just some random spots right now that are apparently giving people problems.
It's a spot fest.
Team Track 2 a little short-handed today as J.J. Zimmerman and David Slater are not here today.
He's got kids.
He's got kids. There's two ways I can go with that. He's Slater or Jensen. He's got kids, Base One. He's got kids. Ah, that was... Jensen, shut up. You can't talk, Roke. I have spinal injury. I can talk. You're dead.
Legless pooch!
If you guys have not seen The Losers, go watch that. Chris Evans,
Indeed.
a.k.a. Captain America, in a comedic role. It is fantastic.
You got Idris Elba, you got Chris Evans, you got
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
your boy Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I always want to say Henry Dean Stanton, and that is not correct.
That's a different actor.
Correct.
Oh, and the inside goes Sven. Looks like Bon Grand kind of gave him that one.
And
It's
other
also
people.
good, so
Oh,
he's
Zoe
not out.
Saldana. There you go.
It's just a very darkly humorous town. I
Correct.
appreciate it. Isaac Jordan off. That'll promote Steve Tetley. What's up with
And Holt
Jordan?
McCallany.
Yeah. What do you know about deep space tachyons? That's right, bitches.
What about?
I've got a crossbow.
What about shallow space tachyons?
I mean, do you know a lot about those?
Not really.
Well, I don't think it really matters then. Maybe we should move on with the conversation.
But I like air shows.
We're making the world safe for America. Wait. Condi looks like he's got it. Condi is through and has overtaken D. Hines for that podium spot. Still good run for Hines. Moves him solidly into third place in the championship. It means that coming out of today, if things stay as they are. Bo Zer's fight becomes with this stunt possum rather than the championship leading stunt possum of Pat Fortune.
I just noticed the please don't overtake thing. That was funny.
Indeed.
I like that.
Just makes me more determined to overtake you. And Jalon is in, so it looks like he has noticed that he does need to start that additional pit stop. Well, El Perry is actually pulled quite clear of Akaloan. Surprised at that, to be honest. I thought Tristan would make this spicy down to the end, and it may yet, but he is currently about 9.5 seconds behind. El Perry is ripping it up right now. Akaloan may be struggling with some traffic.
Traffic? Like that movie?
I mean, kind of.
Michael, do you think that at least 30% of racers exclusively listen to Jimi Hendrix Crosstown Traffic while driving?
There's a non-zero chance that that is the case.
Cha-cha. Bad news, we haven't had anybody really active in chat here for the live stream, but the good news is that probably means everybody's racing.
Which is a good thing, I think, in general. I mean, if you're not racing, we'd love it if you join us in chat, but we do prefer people race.
Don't text and drive, unless it's funny.
Unless your mic stopped, Mill.
Yeah, that was wild.
Then you just have that ability. He's kicking our ass and talking shit in YouTube chat.
Yeah. Yeah, he was so far out in front, he's just on the keyboard letting people know what's up in live chat. What an animal.
What an absolutely dominant force. No one within a second of the car ahead of them right now, so we're just cruising with the stealth bomber, letting him have his moment. It's not often you get to lead at a night race at Laguna Seca. Lovely scenery. So the 988 is the man of the moment. Tetley is off. Oh, somebody else is off with him. Did we have an accident?
Or was it done on purpose?
Oh! Oh, that is not good.
Y'all got slammered.
That is Jos van de Velde that he hit. Jos had lost it long before that, and Tetley's car is not looking good right now. Oh! Jos!
Oh boy.
Jos! That is bad form.
Jail.
That is bad form. It's not. That was completely not Tetley's fault. That was all on Jos. And I think the Van Nel driver is probably going to be a little bit in the sim bin on that one.
You go right to Yale.
That was dirty pool. Sorry to give you guys the view of the pits, just trying to work out who might be the fastest lap holders here.
I believe that would be everybody. Until, of course, you measure the outcome.
I believe, this is just a quick guesstimate, it is Akaloan, Marv Bex, and Nathan B.
Nathan be good.
Beefy McBeef kicks back out on track. By the way, he's having a ton of problems today. He's 10 laps down on the next car, but he's still out there, and I appreciate that that determination, that gumption.
Give him the business. Also, I like the neon glow-in-the-dark shenanigans. Very nice.
Still on pace for a single point. Car owner may not be so happy. It's a large repair bill. Steepo recovering from a slight off. Looks like it was through the corkscrew, so no surprise there. Jalon also off of the corkscrew. No surprise there. And back to the racer. Perry leading the way. Looks like Dick Post had an off at some point. Just looking at his lap times, he did a 32.5 last time around, so that's not good. And while he's got a decent lead over Marv Bex, about 5 seconds, I would take care, as he's trying to navigate through Hugo Grippin right now, who is kind enough to get out of the way. Perry setting up to lap Adrian Marood, who's running in 10th place. It's not often we get to see guys getting lapped in the top 10. However, Laguna Seca is one of the shortest tracks on the calendar. We'll probably see a little bit of this, too, at Donington Park next round, which is another short track, where it just takes less time to get around to lapping, people who are actually having a pretty decent race. As speaking of which, there's the Iron leader, Nathan B, facing the wrong direction. Got the corkscrew wrong and rights himself and heads back down.
So what you got to do is come whipping around that corner as fast as you can, and then when you get air, you just skip right over the corkscrew. Works in Trackmania.
I'm actually going to show you after this the music video for the League of Legends World Championship song that features Faker's character from SK Telecom. I think you'll enjoy the video.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure if you'll enjoy the music necessarily. It's not necessarily your type of music. But I think you'll enjoy the video.
I think you'll hate part of this, but I'm going to make you watch it anyway.
I don't think you'll hate it. I just don't think you'll love it.
Fair enough.
Like, it's not
I'm
like
always willing to give.
It's not like an offensive music genre to you. I just don't think it's just not really you.
Fair enough.
My thought,
a wide variety of music.
My prediction is going to be you'll be like, that's a cool video, and the song is meh.
Fair enough. Is it Neil Diamond?
No. They've never done a Neil Diamond song for the
League of Legends. Get creative. Get creative out there.
They should.
Kentucky woman.
I did really like not a great song because it's a very poppy song. They basically made a female pop group out of some of the characters in the game.
Oh, okay.
And they actually had holograms on stage for the world finals of them, which was pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Along with the actual singers were also out there.
Did they have the Tupac hologram as well?
I don't know who any of them are, except for they're all like K-pop stars, except for Madison Beer. I don't know if that name may not mean anything to anybody watching.
Nope.
Doesn't really mean anything to me. It's just She's the random white girl that they got for the pop.
The K-pop people are all very faceless to me. They're all there's like 17 of them in every group or whatever. Nobody cares. The children cared for about 2 years, and now K-pop's gone away again.
I will say, watching Screwface Jean do a rewatch of the World Championship where they reveal they have the holograms performing with the real people, and they get to the point where the one K-pop girl starts rapping. He's like, "I did not expect this. I did not expect the poofy coat to pull out the gat."
Somebody had a video a lot like that. I can't remember the name of it was a Korean or a Japanese rock band, and they start out kind of like almost kind of like a K-pop sound, if I remember correctly, and then suddenly the cute little girl lead singer starts going and then rapping after that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I'm involved.
It's kind of like that, basically.
You have my attention.
Isaac Jordan having a battle with RCO here over 17th place. Meaningless for the two of them. They're in different categories, but if I'm Roy Cunningham Oler, I'm very happy to get a chance to race against a bronze driver for position and just use it as a learning experience. Don't take this the wrong way, Isaac. I probably wouldn't prefer it to be you, just because you seem to have a ping issue today. But, actually, it seems to have settled. I haven't seen his car going, doing the ping dance in a while, so whatever was wrong with Isaac's internet connection appears to have sorted itself out. Unfortunately, it kind of ruined a really good chance for him to get a great result here today, because he started up on the second row. And, is battling with an iron car for 17th place, so I feel that sums up his race. Still should emerge in 4th place in the championship. Marv Beck's off. Where is the championship leader? He's lost. Oh, Mongron's going to overtake him. Bad time for the Aston Martin to have its first real mistake of the day. Mongron goes into 2nd place in category. El Perry will win the race. Congratulations, El. 2nd place and fastest lap for Tristan Akaloan. And rounding off the podium, it is your boy, Dick Post. Sven Van de Velde in 4th place. Brian Mongron in 5th place. Marv Becks coming across the line in 6th. Late mistake proves costly. Richard Oakes will take 7th in the Rust Bucket. Pardon me, people are already leaving the server because he's shown his 8 on my timing sheet. People are really not making my job easy at the end of these races.
I think that's really your job. I think there are people that will take care of that for you.
True, but I like to be able to tell people who come in for interviews how they did and how their season's going.
You just make shit up. You're like, oh, you came in 53rd place.
Still got Stipo and Chris Stancer out there to finish the race. There's Chris. And the final... Oh, Stipo was right ahead of Stancer with the final car to take the checkered flag.
You should absolutely do that. Like, oh, there was this... Unfortunately, it seems to be a timing issue. You actually came in 15th. How does that make you feel?
That would be weird. So Mustang won today. Historically, we put the winning car on screen. The Mustangs have won so much this season, I'm out of liveries for them. So
gotta recycle.
We're gonna go. Oh wait, no. Hang on. El Perry won. Nissan to the front.
Nissan to the front.
That's the wrong Nissan. That's the old Nissan. This is the new Nissan. They don't look much different, but you know.
Old Nissan to the front.
We're gonna show off our boy the Regime Racing Justin Swan's cars. We have the Crown Royale. We'll go
with cheese.
We'll go with the black. Okay, we do have a interview request.
Oh, what?
Well, he's got to raise his hand, but he is here. There he is. Thomas Wong, welcome to the stage. Tell us about yours.
Hello.
Hello.
Good day, sir.
How did things go today?
I just keep messing myself up at Cosgrove. A lot of spin, a lot of...
in fairness, I think that describes everybody's race.
Yeah. Not happy. Like, finishing 5th, I guess.
I have you in 5th.
Yeah, and Dickpo got first, so he's overtaking me on the championship.
Mm-hmm. It's only a 5-point gap, though. You got 2 races to go to close that. You can do it.
Hopefully. And not great fortune, like following Pat Fortune. Like, he got a weird rhythm, which like messed me up quite a few times. And that's it.
Well, still 3rd place in the championship in your class and sitting on 51 points. The championship looks unlikely, but then again, that's the case for your entire division. Marv Bex has come in and just basically stamped his authority all over this thing. Although he did make a very silly error on the last lap and lost 2nd place today, so not that great for him.
And yeah, that's it for me today.
All right. A subdued Thomas Wong. Not super happy with his performance, but a top 5 nonetheless. We'll, as per usual, give people a couple of minutes here to filter in. Hopefully we get a couple more. A lot of our normal interview guys were not here today, which is disappointing. That's why I said Blake Bohr not being here is kind of lame. Because he almost certainly would have come in here for an interview.
Well, I mean, he could still show up and do the interview, make stuff up.
Could tell us an entire tale of woe about how he did here. Oh, we have Dick Post. Dick, to get on stage, you got to raise your hand so I can invite you to speak. Today's winner of the bronze category and overall podium finisher, Dick Post. I told it to invite you to speak. Why? There we go.
Sorry,
super
I didn't accept it yet.
Super delayed.
Yeah, I'm slow.
Dick Post, tell us about your day.
There was a lot of chaos, I think, on the track, but not really concerning me, to be honest. Only had a minor spin, but yeah, it was a good race for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
had a lot of trouble keeping the car on track in the practice, but in the race it went well.
Well, you get into that groove and you just kind of bring it on home.
Yeah, true.
That's the key. That's why 1 lap pace is, I think, a little bit overrated as a goal that a lot of drivers strive for.
Yeah, especially on this track, I think.
Oh yeah, with the corkscrew, the kink, the Andretti hairpin. Andretti hairpin's not like a dangerous corner necessarily, but it is one that's really hard to get right every single time.
Yeah, and these curbs, if you hit them, you're dead. So it's really it's the limit every time, or dying. So. Yeah, but it was a very good race for Vanilla, I think. We went 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position, so it was successful.
Very good day for you guys. I think probably your best. I mean, tough call, because, I mean, Tristan didn't win the overall, which he's done a couple times, but as a team, probably your best race. Although Yas might be in for a firm hand from the stewards, I think.
Yeah, he was having a lot of incidents, I think.
He did have one that we caught on screen that was not good. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. It was definitely should probably end up.
It was exciting.
It was exciting.
Was it the most incidents for this race ever, or like
for this track?
Is it the race with the most incidents?
For Laguna Seca,
No,
probably,
for any track.
Oh no, sir. We have done endurance races at Bathurst, sir. You're not getting there. It's not happening.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
Okay, well, I got
honestly,
nothing more to say.
not.
This,
It was definitely an incident-heavy race. Any night race is going to be, but I would say, and Laguna Seca is also not the easiest tracks to begin with, but I'd say the incidents were probably about what we expect, probably what I expected coming in. So
Okay.
maybe just for that reason alone, it didn't feel like a lot.
yeah, well, I feel like Donington Park will be better.
Ooh, Donington's
Most likely.
Donington's always fun.
Yeah.
Do we get to race Donington
Also-
with all of the people there for the music festival as well? Because that would be fun.
I'll be tasking my co-commentator Byron with tracking how far the tire pillar that can be moved actually ends up moving over the course of the race. It will journey around the track, I'm sure.
Yeah, that will be funny.
At one point,
Okay,
thanks,
guys.
I was at a race at Donington Park, and that tire stack actually managed to make
later.
an entire lap of the track. All right, Dick, have a good day. Enjoy whatever
thanks.
your post-race ritual happens to be. Tristan, you got your hand up, so we'll get you next. Tristan Akaloan, championship leader in the silver category for Van Nel with the Mustang. And second place today, how do you feel?
It was okay. I mean, the track was very difficult. One little mistake and you're done. And in the practice sessions we had this week, I thought I wouldn't survive this race for that long because I made a mistake every 5 till 10 minutes. I was off the track. So, but it was it went okay. I had a 10-second penalty, so I had to serve that one at the pit stop. But I got a nice overtake on Perry again, but made a mistake myself. Went a little bit into the wall, and then he came alongside and finished second. So, yeah, not bad, I think.
Yeah, I mean, a dominant position on the championship. Probably a race you probably felt you could have won, given that Perry qualified quite a ways behind you. But he also had a very solid race today, and I see him in the
he drove great.
I see him in the audience, so hopefully we'll hear from him as well.
He's the worst. Oh, he's here.
Yes,
Oh,
I see him. No, he drove great. So congrats to him on the victory. And but I'm curious. Maybe I can win the championship next race. I think
Well,
I don't know what the standings are, but
Let me take a quick
because
Wheel did not have a good
not
day.
that good of a race. No.
I mean, he
saw.
ended up with a 6th place finish just because there weren't a lot of silvers out there today. There were only 7 silvers at the checkered flag.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So he got fourth position or 5
He
in
got
silver.
6 positions. They scored 8 points.
8 points. Okay, and I scored 16, I think.
You also get the bonus points
16
for
or
fastest
15.
lap and pole. So you'll have 18 actually.
Oh yeah, 18.
Yeah. So you,
I think I can.
by my rough math, and my rough math cannot be
Mm-hmm.
trusted because I'm doing it while I'm commentating a race. It's hard. I have you at 90 points. I have El Perry in second on 62. So that would give you a 28-point lead. You could easily wrap it up. You could easily wrap it up at Donington Park.
Yeah. Okay, so that's nice. That's nice.
I think all the championships,
I've,
unfortunately, could be wrapped up at Donington Park. I say unfortunately because it's always nice to have
Also-
a championship alive at the finale.
Yeah, it is. It is also for the bronze and iron category.
Yep, same deal. Marv Bex and Pat
Okay.
Fortune have enough of a lead that a good result for them at Donington and a relatively subpar result for their respective rivals could wrap up their championships as well. They do have a smaller lead than you. You do have the largest lead of the 3, but they're all in that. They're all in that position.
Okay, perfect. I will give the word to Perry then. I see how he got his hand up, so I want to hear from the race winner.
All right, everybody wants to hear from the race winner, L. Perry, the Stealth Bomber Nissan. I noticed that the Nissan cheering section was not in the chat today. Very disappointing. They got to see you. They would have got to see the Nissan proudly move to the front. Tell us about your race. From our point of view, it seemed like you. This is probably one of the greatest performances of just consistency over overall pace, because it felt like there were faster cars than you on the track, but no one that kept it as clean as you.
Well, that's true. I think I will dedicate this win to consistency. Thank you. And I'm sorry, Tristan. You went off. I had to go.
I mean,
but it was a nice.
No one faults you for
it. It was a great race. I feel planted. The setup was perfect. Yeah, I'm happy.
Well, we're always happy to see a Nissan take a win, and well, honestly, we're always happy to see a car that's not like particularly favored by the meta take a victory. If we're being entirely honest, I'm all about diversity of car selection.
That's one of the reasons I use the Nissan.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also just so fun to drive. I would say it's probably my second favorite car to drive in the entire game.
It is. But it's very unforgiving once you hit the throttle too fast.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have that good throttle control. Gotta be smooth.
Yeah, it kicks out the rear very fast. It's got a huge turbo.
Well, it worked out well for you today. Didn't put a wheel wrong as far as we could tell. I'm sure there's a moment that sticks out in your mind of you doing so, but we didn't catch it. And,
no, there was no many mistakes. I think there was many pebbles on track from guys going off track.
Oh, for sure.
Which, that was varying braking distances.
I imagine rainy curve and the lead up to the corkscrew were quite pebble heavy.
Yeah, yeah, and turn one. That was surprisingly full of pebbles.
I mean, turn one always gets kind of pebble heavy, but it's rubber pebbles. That's the area where the tires lose most of their weight around here. So you get a lot of rubber deposits, which simultaneously means that the racing line is lovely, but it means anything offline is horrendous.
Yeah. Off track, you're on. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
You lose so much speed. And I've got a comment on the previous race, though. I couldn't come. I was too angry with myself. Comment last race. Speeding in the pits was the penalty.
Yeah. It could have been 2 wins in a row coming out of today, but them's is the breaks at times. Would have been a hell of a season though to win the wet weather race at Spa and the night race at Laguna Seca though. That would have been of legendary proportions. And the racing gods did not allow it.
It would be nice. Well, I'm very strong racing in the rain, so that's that.
Do you consider yourself better? Do you consider yourself better than Richard Oakes in the wet? Now that's the question.
I don't know. Maybe.
We've seen the Rust Bucket triumph on almost every wet weather race that we've done commentary for. It's been pretty impressive.
I did take in some places after the penalty was served.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many, but I came out in 16th place and ended up in 7th in Spa.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite good driving. But I'll give the word to Sven.
All right, Sven van de Velde, 4th place overall today, a silver podium for him. 2nd of the season, I want to say.
Yeah. Second. Yeah. Hey, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Oh man, this circuit is not fun at all. I I really hated this. I've never sweat so much in my life, just to keep it on track. Yeah. This. Sorry. Yeah.
I do want to throw out a question here. It looked like the Hondas had a pretty good day today. Is there anything to that, or are you going to take the credit and say that just the Honda drivers delivered it? It has nothing to do with the car.
I think the reason I drove so good is because of the Van livery, not so much of the Honda per se. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, the Honda is it's fine, but I just when I lose control of the Honda, it's really bad. Like the corkscrew at this circuit was just terrible for me. The whole practice week, I couldn't get like 10 laps in without crashing. So I was like, okay, guys, this race is not going to be for me. I've had a terrible season overall, and this one is just going to be one. Yeah, one for the books, not the good books, you know. And but I don't know how I did it. I just went very slow through the corkscrew, and then it was okay. And then the Honda was fine. So yeah, crazy race for me. I cannot believe I'm actually like second in silver. Wait, second? I'm third, right?
You were third today. Overall, I have you in 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
5th place.
Yeah.
You're about 10
Yeah, okay,
points
yeah.
behind Richard Oakes.
Yeah, I
and
don't know.
15
I
in-
had a good pit stop. Yeah, this season is just that first race with Tristan when we went 1-2. It felt really good. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great season, you know, getting maybe the championship. But then just total garbage for me. At what was it, Watkins, and what was it, Watkins and Suzuka. It was just terrible.
Mhm.
So yeah, maybe we can do some fun things now. But yeah.
Well, you got
what
Donington
it
and
is.
Bathurst to try to overhaul Richard Oakes in the championship, and you're within striking distance of second place.
Yeah.
It's not an
Yeah,
insurmountable
maybe we
gap
can
to El
still
Perry
reel
or
that
James
in.
Wheel.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Bathurst, by the way. I mean, it's my favorite track, and to do that on mixed conditions in 1.5 hours, it's just gonna be, it's gonna be
Oh,
so
I
much
forgot
fun.
about the mixed
But
conditions.
it's gonna be carnage, I
Byron,
think.
we might get wet weather.
Yeah,
Bathurst.
man.
Somebody,
What the
somebody.
hell?
I need
Man.
the
There's gonna be
rain
so
to
much
come at about the
crazy shit. But
20-minute mark of the race, and somebody eat absolute shit on the
yeah,
downhill.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be amazing. I think it's gonna be to watch. It's gonna be amazing to drive. It's gonna be terrifying, but
Terrifying.
it's gonna be it's fun. Hey, by the way, I wanted to ask you. So because you weren't pleased with the last Van livery, and now you've seen like 4 or 5 races now with the new livery, I put my heart and soul into it. Tell me, is it okay now, or do I need to improve it still? Because I'm passionate about it.
They've all been okay, but if I'm being honest, we've had better.
You hate, yeah.
No, it's not hate.
Yeah, okay, I know.
I don't
You
think, I don't-
hated the Lamborghini one.
Yeah,
You hate-
the Lambo ones
no,
just
the Porsche-
did not do a good job. No.
Yeah, no, that was terrible. I agree. But I was learning.
Okay. It looked okay on the Porsche.
Next season, I think I'm gonna go with the Nissan. True, yeah, true. I spent a bit more time on it, but next season, I think I'm gonna go with the Nissan. So expect a beautiful Van livery for the Nissan. I know
Excellent.
you like the Nissan, so.
I do like the Nissan.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I said,
All
my
right,
second favorite car to drive.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but like the first season I entered, I went with the Nissan, but I was like bottom driver then. I was like, the Nissan was good, so now because of nostalgic reasons, I want to go back to the Nissan and see what I can do with it now, you know, because I can drive a little bit quicker now. So, you know,
Be interested to see another Nissan
it is what
to
it is.
compete at the front.
Yeah. yeah, just going straight through Bathurst with a Nissan next season. Cannot wait. Gonna hit every wall.
Every single wall.
All right.
Every single wall on the way down the mountain.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Nobody has their hands up, but yeah, I don't have anything more to say.
Okay. We do have JJ, but JJ, you didn't race today. What are you doing here? I'm confused.
Okay. He has his hands up. Hey, thank you so much. Have a
problem.
great evening.
JJ Zimmerman,
Bye bye.
you were not here today. You let the track tools down, but you're here in the commentary booth for an interview. What do you got to say?
I tried to help James with just looking at him, but apparently that didn't work. So, fuck.
Yeah, it looked like he got a rough first lap of the race and just never really got in the right headspace, I'm thinking. But that does happen. It does happen.
Yeah, we had a look at it in the team, and there was probably some net code going on as well, because I forgot who was it, but
Probably
the
Isaac
pink
Jordan.
car
Probably Isaac
also had
Jordan.
some.
Yeah. Isaac's car appeared to be lagging
Yeah, it was a
quite
weird
badly
slide.
at the start of the race, so I imagine that was probably the culprit.
Yeah, probably. Well, there's always next race. So
I mean, also
I hope
on the bright side, if you're going to have a bad race, having it when there's only 7 cars in your class is not a bad thing, because he's still got 6th place. He's still got 8 points.
yeah, but our first place would have been better, of course.
I'm just saying, if he had that bad race at, say, Silverstone, he's got a 0 on the board instead of 8. So, or Watkins Glen or Suzuka. So, if you're gonna have a bad race, this was the one to do it.
Yeah, of course.
Still finds
Imagine it was Donington.
Still finds himself in 3rd place in the championship. Still has a shot at 2nd place. And probably not the championship. I think mathematically he still has a chance at the championship, but Tristan really just needs a good Donington Park to kind of, unfortunately, wrap that up. I say unfortunately, not out of any like cheering interest for a particular driver, but it's always nice when the championship goes down to the wire. And unfortunately, this season it doesn't look like any of them are going to. They're all in that position of they could all be wrapped up at Donington.
Same in Server 1. I had a look at them, and Limburgs and Peterson dominated that whole race.
Oh,
It was even worse than this one.
okay. So Silver, even up in the division, up in the Server 1, there's that kind of problem. It's unfortunate, but it does happen at times. It does feel like there's still a competitive grid here, at least, even if the consistent results are not necessarily there. But yeah, it happens. Me and Byron have commentated on races where literally a driver was able to talk shit to us in the YouTube chat while driving the car
Yeah.
and winning. So
That was exciting.
this is what a time to be alive.
Alright, so I think everyone out there, have a good evening, and let's hope I can drive next race again.
Why weren't you here today? If you would like to share.
A lack of practice and a lack of time,
Didn't feel prepped. Gotcha.
to put it into few words.
I understand. All right. Well, we don't have anyone else in the audience. We'll give it a minute here, see if anyone pops in. A little surprised we haven't heard anyone from the Stunt Possum team that usually like to pop in. And they had a pretty good day today. And are probably one of the teams that's going to wrap up a Iron Championship at Donington. But before we kick this pig, I guess I'll give the rundown of the championships. In the silver class, Tristan Akaloan leads with 90 points ahead of El Perry on 62, followed by 57 for James Wheel, 52 for Richard Oakes, 42 for Sven van de Velde. In the bronze category, Marv Becks leads the way with 72 points, 56 for Dick Post, 51 for Thomas Wong, 39 for Isaac Jordan, despite a rough day today, and 37 for Brian Mongron. In the iron category, it's 81 for Pat Fortune, 61 for Bozer, D. Hines on 56, today's winner Nathan B. on 51, and 43 for Lucio Condi. So we'll see. We'll see if the last two rounds can produce a competitive championship down the stretch. Also, next round, I should have a new tool, which I was supposed to use today, but I did not get to play with the tool beforehand and didn't want to try it under live fire. So, elected to not field it today, but we'll have a little something for Donington Park. Courtesy of Steve Tetley. So everyone give Steve a big, round of applause.
Hooray for the thing that may or may not work. Does it let you crash Zoom? The hell it can.
No, it's just a way of getting more data from the server and allow for additional statistical breakdowns of things going on, which greatly appeals to my nerd brain. And that's about it. So, Byron, we're at about the end of our little stream here. What do you give the people